Good evening and welcome. Tonight we will be going over the history and geography of Buriram in Thailand. Buriram is part of the Isan region, which is pretty much this entire area here. They say that Thailand's shaped like an elephant. This would be the elephant's ear. Here's the trunk. Just headed there. That's Isan. We are within the Khao Plateau area. And to the south you can see the Dangrek mountain range separating Thailand from Cambodia. You can see the border down here with Cambodia. There's some interesting geographic features here in Buriram. Just outside of the main city of Buriram is a beautiful green park that has an extinct volcano. Evidently, there are a couple extinct volcanoes in this province. I couldn't find them, but I believe them that they're there. Well, of course, look at that on Google Earth. Buriram is also nicknamed the City of Sport, which probably the biggest sport here is motocross racing. We'll take a quick look at the big racetrack they have here in Buriram, which I don't know anything about racing, but apparently it's like F1 certified something or other. So it's a good racetrack, evidently. Pretty cool, I think. Not every place can claim that, can they? Down here in the south, though, you can see all this green, and this is all beautiful national park, and a little bit comes into our province, the Buriram province. And what's even more special is that these parks are a UNESCO World Heritage Site. So let me grab my tablet and struggle to pronounce the name of the site. Oops, it's upside down. Thank you. Dong Payen Khao Forest Complex. I'm guessing that's how you say that. Please correct me if I'm wrong. Anyone out there that knows enough Thai to correct me. But here's what it says on UNESCO. The Dong Payen Khao Forest Complex spans 230 kilometers between Ta Phraia National Park on the Cambodian border in the east and Khao National Park in the west. The site is home to more than 800 species of fauna, including 112 mammal species, among them 2 species of gibbon, 392 bird species, and 200 reptile and amphibian species. It is internationally important for the conservation of globally threatened and endangered mammal, bird, and reptile species, among them 19 that are vulnerable, 4 that are endangered, and 1 that is critically endangered. I should have looked up what that one is. I don't know. The area contains substantial and important tropical forest ecosystems, which can provide a viable habitat for the long-term survival of these species. Also, just a quick side, if you like the segment where I read to you about the UNESCO sites, for my channel members, I just did a whole video reading all of the new sites that were inscribed this year. It's like over an hour long. Yeah, check that out if you wish. If you want to become a member, it's the lowest possible price I can set. Also, I have to warn you, there's going to be a picture of, there's a buggy down here I'm trying to cover with my hand, and there's a snake, a pretty snake coming up. If those kind of things bother you, look away real quick. Here, before that, let me show you this picture, which hopefully won't offend anyone, of the beautiful misty mountains here in this park. Isn't that a lovely photo? All right, I'm going to go back and show you the other pictures here, which there's this little millipede looking guy. There's the snaky, really pretty green color. That sweet monkey. Looks like he's getting his portrait done. And some little deer friends as well. It's a nice little place. Here's a pretty picture. You can look. It's safe now. Isn't that gorgeous? What a paradise. We'll look at some pictures on Google Earth of this beautiful area here. But yeah, it's a UNESCO site. Pretty cool. We'll have a UNESCO site again in tomorrow's video. In Turkey. In terms of history, you know, it's really interesting because there's like 3 distinct eras that have existed in this province. But whatever I research about it, it says not much is known about this area at that time. So I'll just tell you what I can, I suppose. From what I can tell, the earliest major civilization to live in this province would have been the Dvaravati kingdom, which was a Mon kingdom. The Mon now primarily live over in Myanmar, which is just a hop, skip, and a jump away over there. But they were the major power in this area for quite a while until it was conquered by the Khmer Empire, which today Khmer is pretty much Cambodian descent, which Cambodia, like I said, is even closer, hop, skip, and jump away. Their capital was, let's see, where is it? There's Siem Reap and there's Angkor. Right there was their capital. So not too far away, was it? So there are so many beautiful Angkor temples and palaces in this province that are still around. You know, they're ruined now, just like many Khmer temples, like Angkor and all the rest throughout Cambodia. But we'll take a look at a couple of them on Google Earth, because what has been preserved is just so stunning. It's such a distinct, beautiful style of architecture. The Khmer Empire was eventually conquered by the Ayutthaya, which are pretty much today's Thai people. And during the 19th century, the 1800s, this area officially joined the kingdom of Siam, which I think it's interesting because we have the Dvaravati, which was the precursors to the Khmer, which are the precursors to Ayutthaya, which are the precursors to Siam, which is the precursor to Thailand. So falls through each chapter of Thailand's history. Pretty neat, I think. But yeah, like I said, and whenever I researched like a segment, not much is known about what happened during that time in Buriram province. And I go to the Ayutthaya, not much is known. I'm like, oh my goodness. So it's pretty much just been a quiet little corner, I suppose, of the world when it wasn't being conquered by one power or another. Today it seems like it's mostly like a tourist attraction for these beautiful Khmer sites. And that's pretty much the history of Buriram province. On a personal note, one of my favorite people in the whole wide world comes from this province. It's Lalisa Manaban, aka Lisa from Blackpink. If you know me, I'm a K-pop girly. I love K-pop. Blackpink are one of my all-time stan groups. Love Lisa. She's fantastic. I saw their very first North American performance in 2019, and Lisa killed it. She was amazing. She's probably the best stage performance at that concert. She was amazing. I love Lisa. But yeah, she's from this area. It's a town not on my map, but it's like up here along the border, along this river here. We'll take a quick look at it on Google Earth. And speaking of Google Earth, why don't we hop on over to that tablet and check out this province on Google Earth. Here we are in Buriram province. Now, Google Earth is kind of having a moment where it's struggling to load for a bit, but this is already looking better than it was. It was only loading China for a minute and parts of Africa. But yeah, no other countries exist at the moment. on Google Earth at least. But so it's kind of hard to show you zooming out. Oh look, we've got Port Moresby coming up. That's pretty cool. So let's just say then this is Southeast Asia. This right here is Myanmar. Easy to see because you can see the big Irrawaddy Valley from space. And then you can see Vietnam right here, which is easy to see. It's this beautiful S shape here. Wedged between that's Cambodia and Laos, and between all of that is Thailand. That's how you can find Thailand on a map. If you're in this situation where no borders are loading and you gotta find Thailand in a hurry, pretty simple to find. Oh look, we've got half of Thailand. Half of it's there. Let's see what else decides to load tonight. Oh, why me? Why me? Well, first of all, this looks like Buriram City here. It sure is. Here's the main city, which I don't think I really found anything that interesting. It's mostly all down here, where here's that really cool racetrack. Pretty neat. Again, I know nothing about racing. Why don't we look at this motocross racetrack? And all of you racer people can tell me if this is any good. I know one of my channel members is very much into racing and F1 and all that. It looks like motocross. That's right. Motocross is the motorcycles. But then over here it said... Oh, I see. That's the motocross racetrack. Here's the drift track. So you can Tokyo drift around. That's pretty cool. And then here's the main race. I see. I get it now. Pretty neat. International circuit. So here's where they do the big races. I guess still with motorcycles. But yeah, this is not my sport. I watch hockey. It's the only sport I really watch. I watch baseball. That's about it. But over here, nearby, we can see Buriram Castle. If it wants to come back, thank you. This really gorgeous Khmer structure. It's just so distinct. The archways, these rising towers. Very typical Angkor style. Some beautiful artifacts that are found that are all propped up here from what's been uncovered since this was in ruins. Cool cacti. Look how pretty in the distance. Wow. Oh, how pretty. Oh, it's so scenic. Beautiful lotus flowers, of course. Oh, that's so pretty. Beautiful. Then over here in all this green space is the forest park where we can find the volcano. Let's take a look at this area. It's a precarious bridge. There's the crater. Wow. Looks like you take a little hike up to the top, and there's your view for this very precarious bridge. And you just don't really think about volcanoes when you think Thailand, do you? I guess there's a reason for that since it's extinct. Oh, look, they've got a nice fountain going in it. You could pretend it's a active volcano, I suppose, with that. Little maps there to guide you around. This is a nice slideshow too. Researching this place on Google Earth has been fun because every time I've pulled up this map, I've found like cool new stuff. Except now it seems like it doesn't want to show me anything, so it'll be my extra challenge, I suppose. There's the volcano, all flooded. Yeah, all sorts of neat little things here in the forest park. Beautiful walkways, so you can see the forest without disturbing it. Nice viewpoint there. of course like a million watts around. If I just tap, let's just tap this random one that popped up. We are in Thailand, so there are watts everywhere, and they're all stunning, full of monks there. Beautiful statues. I guess that's the person being venerated at this temple, besides, of course, Buddha, all neon, all lit up, all pretty. Oh, wow, this place is really bright. Look at all of this. They got all the LEDs here. But yeah, it's always a treat. Oh, that's a neat picture. I like that a lot. That's beautiful. And elephants, nice. Yeah, you can't go wrong looking at slideshows of watts. They're always just, oh, that's neat too. It's just stunning photos every time because they're such beautiful buildings. Every single time. Let's see. If I can remember things to show you since nothing is loading. Gosh, there was somewhere down here I found a really gorgeous Khmer temple, but will I remember where it was? Yes, I can, because there was like a green patch. I think it was this. Maybe not. There's a beautiful wat there. There was a little green patch, and I was like, oh, I'll just look for that green patch. Maybe it was this one. To make sure I'm still in the borders. It certainly looks like it. There's something in there. Let me throw the borders back up just in case. Let's see. It's one of these green spots. And I had... See? I found it. Look at this. Oh, gorgeous. So, so pretty. Beautiful Angkor style, which is like doubly beautiful since when the kingdom was overthrown, everything was abandoned and the forest, ate everything up, and these had to be excavated. So it kind of has that, you can see like kind of the damage from wear and tear from the elements, right? It kind of adds another beautiful layer to these buildings, doesn't it? I'm sure they were all very glorious in their heyday, but there's something very haunting and beautiful about them now, all ruined, mysterious, beautiful, beautiful places. What is this? Oh, it's another one. Well, lucky us. I read that, you can find them all over the place. Look at that detail. But I only found a couple. But now look, see, every time I've loaded up a map of this province, I find cool new stuff. Lots of neat stuff. Yeah, it's not every day you can find old Angkor temples, right? Beautiful. Looks like there's more over here. Well, it's our lucky day. Yes. Goodness, goodness, goodness. This is great. These were not popping up when I was researching. Look how beautiful. Let's look at all of them. I love it. Look at the detail. There's an airplane flying by. Boo to the airplane. Looks like there's tombs here. Oh, how pretty. Oh my gosh, this detail is so well preserved. Little fountains. Wow. Amazing. And then there's this one. Alright, what is that? Whoa. Very cool. Not much left of that one. But yeah, this is what it would have looked like before they were excavated and after. The beautiful trees. So we gotta look at the forest park though. We gotta look at that. Oop, nothing left of this spot here, but you can see where things once were. Wow, very dry that day. Gorgeous. Real quick though, this popped up when I was last researching. Columnar basalt is one of my favorite rock formations. You know how much I love cool rocks. Columnar basalt is the best. Look it. It's so cool. There's only a few places in the world that you can see basalt columns like that. One of them's in Thailand. Who knew? They're beautiful. Look at that, all along this little lake here. Oh, pretty flower. Look at it. Perfect little columns. I love columnar basalt. But let's look at the forest down here. See, I found a couple of slideshows. Looks like we'll start here. National Forest. Oh, that's not a very good slideshow, is it? Because we're not starting there. I think I remember this border patrol had some neat pictures in it. Oh yeah, that's right. I gotta show you. This border. There's the border. Do not pass. Only during festivals. It looks like there's a festival here. And the monks are out. I really like this photo. They're all meditating quietly. That's a great photo. That was the picture I liked a lot in that slideshow. But we want to see the forest. We'd like one forest, please. Maybe this Watt will have some forest photos for us. Doesn't look like it. But it's a nice little Watt. I know I've seen some somewhere. You can see it looks pretty impenetrable. What's this? Ooh, nice little lake here. No forest though. We want to see the forest. There's gotta be. I know I've seen. They're probably just not popping up. I know there are one or two really good ones. Maybe this. Oh, look at that. Nope. But this. Whoa. It's a pretty lake. Well, here's the forest. Pretty forested. Maybe this What? It's not quite in the forest, is it? But we got some jungly looking Buddhas there. That's pretty cool. Alright. I guess that's all the forest we get for tonight. Now, let me see. There was a lake somewhere. I don't remember where. What? Grandma's house. We're not going to look at that. That's weird. Where was it? It had... No, that's all green. I'm looking for blue. Oh, we found another. Yes. Ooh, this one's all overgrown. Wow. Yeah, see, that's what all these sites look like before they're all completely excavated. You can tell how well these archaeological teams have preserved these areas. Very haunting Buddha sticking out there. How cool. I don't think I'm going to be able to find the cool beach, but it was a neat little beach in a lake. Looked very relaxing. Maybe it was up here in some of these lakes. You know what? I think it was. Yeah. Non-hunting areas. Yeah, these are nice pictures. Let's take a look. These nice big reservoirs here. There's a pretty shiny Buddha. There's big old birds here. Like it says, it's a non-hunting area, so you can't hunt these giant birds, okay? Not here. Anywhere else, I suppose, but here, absolutely not. You can't hunt this giant wooden bird. It's looking at you. Definitely not this bird. How pretty. Let me see. Now we're back in Buriram city. Yeah, I'm not gonna remember where it was. You'll take my word for it. If I put the borders back up, I'll find you the town that Lisa's from. It's up here somewhere, and of course, nothing's coming up. It's over here, right? No. Let's go along the river here and find it. Maybe we'll find some neat stuff along the way. I don't know. Look at all this farmland. It's so cool. Kind of reminds me of, oh, this is it. This is the town she's from. How cool is that? The place we're going to in 2 days in Russia. I've strolled along some rivers up there. There's a big Buddha here. How big is the big Buddha? Oh, that's a pretty big Buddha. I mean, I've seen bigger, but there's people and there's a big old Buddha. Pretty cool. There along the river, gorgeous sunset. They got the elephants there, all decked out for war by the looks of it. This kid has some cactuses for you. Some cacti. It looks like a big festival, maybe Songkran, I'm not sure. There's just a nice, there's like a sleepy, reclined Buddha next to a meditative Buddha. Every form of Buddha. Well, not every. There's quite a few. Alright, I suppose I'll end it there. But there were lots of other fun little things. And like I said, all the watts here are just so stunning. Look at this one. Look at this. Look at all that art. Wow. There's nuns and monks here. They're all so beautiful. So, as always, I highly encourage you to poke around this area, Google Earth yourself, and take a look at some of these beautiful sites, beautiful art, beautiful buildings, beautiful photographs of this area of Thailand. Highly, highly recommend. So thank you so much for watching. If you enjoy this style of content, please consider subscribing. We have a lot of cool places to look at tomorrow because we're going back to Turkey. I feel like Turkey is such a constant on this channel. We're always going back to Turkey at some point, but we're going to see a town that's a UNESCO site with a really beautiful mosque and tombs, and we're going to see some ancient museums, beautiful lakes, and Mount Olympus. Yes, you heard me. Mount Olympus. If you want to know why it's called that, I suppose you'll have to subscribe so you won't miss out. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and let me know all your thoughts down below in the comments. I hope that you found this video to be relaxing and educational. There's Thailand. Hey, the whole country's up now. We did it. There it is. Can you see the elephant? The big head, and trunk, and flappy ear. I hope that you found this video to be relaxing and educational, and I hope that you have